Hello, everyone. My name is Howard Heller, and I'm the president of ActuaryExamTutor. And today I'm here with John Chiaia, who worked with us in passing exam P. And I thought we'd have a little discussion about his pursuit of passing. So, John, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. So let me ask you, first of all, what led you to come to ActuaryExamTutor in the beginning?
So I had been studying for exam P for a couple of months on my own. I had all of the material. I thought I knew all the material pretty good. And when I sat for the exam, it was pretty stressful. I thought I could have passed looking out, but alas, I didn't. I think I was struggling with just applying the concepts that I had learned. And I definitely needed more practice. And I didn't want to sit around. I knew that the next exam date was in 2 months, and I felt like I had already known a majority of the material, and I didn't want to have to wait another 2 months after that. I felt like 2 months was a long time. I wanted to really uh, I wanted to make sure I passed in the next 2 months. So I went online and did some research. I wanted a tutor. I wanted to get some more counseling, and that's what I did. I looked you guys up. I found you guys. I found Dr. Appel, and it went really well. I passed exam P the next time I took it, and I'm currently using Dr. Appel to study for my next exam FM, which is coming up in August in about a month.
That's great. Let me ask you, just to get a little more specific about it. So I know you work with Dr. Pell to prepare for exam P. What, specifically for people that are listening that are either going to take exam P for the first time or who have sat for it before and unfortunately did not pass in the exam sitting, what difference do you feel he made in working with you that got you to pass exam P in the next sitting that you took the exam?
Well, I came in with a certain foundation, right? And having somebody he didn't teach me from square one, right? So I came in with like a preconceived understanding of everything, and my understanding of it also had its pitfalls, right? Where I would make mistakes, and understanding in application what mistakes could possibly come up is very important. And having Dr. Pell to be able to bounce ideas off of, and he was able to understand the way that I saw things and use my own sort of made up language from self-study. He would use it back at me and then show me where the pitfalls are and that I was seeing it, and either other ways to see it or just to improve the way that I was, approaching the problems. And having another person with a better understanding to show you, hey, these are the 3 different ways that this method could go wrong that you need to look out for is very it definitely saves a lot of work on my end of figuring out where I'm failing and what the problem is, and then having to reteach my foundation to understand it differently all on myself is like a very time consuming process, and it's difficult. And having the tutor, having ActuaryExamTutor help me out was I think massive in getting me to where I wanted to be in a timely fashion.
Let me ask you a question, because I think for people who prepare for the exams, obviously you have to learn the concepts, the formulas, the syllabus material that you're required to know. But I think personally, at the end of the day, it's about being able to solve problems that you've never seen before under tremendous time pressure the day of the exam sitting. And I think that's what separates not passing from passing at the end. So my question to you is, how much of a difference did it make in your ability to look at problems, the exam sitting that you passed versus the previous time? How much of a difference working with Dr. Appel did it make, and be able to look at problems and diagnose, how to solve them in a timely fashion, and also, which I think is critical, having good methods for solving the problems that are going to allow you to save time, again, under very stressful time constraints.
It was a night and day, absolutely massive difference. There were certain questions that I would see after I had been with ActuaryExamTutor, where I would start reading the first sentence and I would actually get excited because I would know already. I know I'm gonna get this one right. Dr. Appel would teach me certain strategies where, like, some of them you would draw out a chart, whatever it is. Yeah, there was one. Yeah, you draw out a chart, and I knew how to do that chart perfectly. And he'll show you how to do different approaches. When you see certain language, you know that this is the way that you have to approach problem. And then it's just like, it's like playing a puzzle game, because you already know the rules of the game. You already know the way the puzzle works. You just have to plug in the different numbers, figure out what specific information they're asking for, and nail it out. Where before I had been taught those strategies, I would start reading a problem, and it's like you don't know where to go. It's like you understand the information, you know the terminology, and then you're like, okay, I need to figure out how to work these concepts to get to where I want to go. And trying to figure out those processes by yourself on an exam using critical thinking is tiring and time consuming, and it didn't do well for me. But yeah, Dr. is very experienced. He knows the different structures of the problems. He'll teach you the best ways to approach them, and they're incredibly efficient. And learning his strategies has become my main focus moving forward, because they're just invaluable. They're really invaluable.
Well, that's great, because obviously at the end of the day, I always say it's very simple. We just want to help people pass the exams. I mean, that's what it all comes down to in the end, is passing the exams. So let me ask you one other question. You know, I think a lot of students taking actuarial exams, you get so used to just self-study. I mean, I think that's the direction it's gone in math and at all levels of education, just a lot of different, obviously with the computer and everything, a lot of people use different things that are out there to self-study. And I think that personally, I think that people forget how much an instructor can make a difference in your preparation. I think all of us who are good in math, we're so used to studying on our own. I think we're proud that we're good in math. It's something that we hold as like a badge. We're very good in math. And I think sometimes people don't want to give in to that somebody can make a difference in your preparation. And again, when you get your exam results, it doesn't matter what got you there. It only matters that you got there. So what I want to ask you is, for people out there that are going to prepare for exam P, why would you recommend them to come to us at Actuary Exam Tutor?
Well, I definitely think part of my pride in being good at math is the ability to be versatile with the way that I view things. Math isn't really black and white. There's a lot of different ways to approach these problems and conceptualize them. And I think it's very important to hone that skill of versatility, and accepting a tutor into your brain space will give you that versatility. They'll tell you how they see it and relate it to how you see it, or work how they see it into how you're already seeing it, right? And it's usually better. It's important to have that open mind and have a more wholesome understanding of the concepts and the problems. And it takes a little bit to swallow that pride, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. I mean, they'll get you down. My biggest problem on these exams is the amount of time that I was spending on the problems. I could get them right because that's the problem. I'm good at math. I could get the question right if you give me enough time. I can guarantee any question on Prop P, if you just hand it to me, I'll get it right with 100% accuracy. But it might take me, you get the allotted 6 minutes. It could take me, 10 minutes to get there without the proper strategies and without and opening your mind up to having that versatility to other strategies and other ways of viewing things is, it's an important skill as someone who's good at math, and it's beneficial. So.
Well, Jai, I want to congratulate you on passing exam P, because as we all know who have taken these exams, they are tough. They are challenging. And when you pass one of them, you feel good about yourself because you know that you achieved something. So
it's incredible. I felt like I was in such a rut, actually, after I had failed that first exam. I felt like I dedicated a lot of time towards something, and I thought I was good at it, and it was very humbling. You know, I thought I was like nearing mastery, which clearly I wasn't. And I was incredibly humbled to fail that first exam. And I think part of the learning process is not to feel so humbled about it. Maybe that's part of the process to success, but I wasn't able to see that until I had gotten that first pass. And the first pass, it was really an incredible feeling. I was like nearly brought to tears. I was very, very proud of myself and very glad that I came to ActuaryExamTutor, because things probably would have gone a lot differently if I had done the self-study. And you know, sorry, to go back and add another point, I think self-study, it's brutal sometimes, because you get caught in these ruts where it's like you can't figure something out and you feel like you're banging your head against the wall, and you're doing it for hours on end, and you're wearing yourself out, and you're like, I just spent 4 hours studying today, and I may have had one breakthrough. And that's not how it was. When I started meeting Dr. Appel, we would get through like, you know, a whole chapter, 2 whole chapters in our 2-hour session. And we would just rock it. You don't bang your head against the wall because someone gives you, you know, the keys to get through that wall immediately. And then you have to think about those keys and learn them, but you're not in that, you don't get caught in that rut. And it puts you into a negative headspace being caught in that rut. And then to be banging your head against the wall for all these months to prepare, and then just to get met with a failure on the actual exam, it's demoralizing. It stinks. And I think ActuaryExamTutor is your key out of there. It was mine, at least. And I really don't intend on taking any exams without meeting with ActuaryExamTutor again. And I think I want to go all the way to fellowship. That's my plan right now. And I intend on being a repeat customer. So.
Well, we appreciate that. And again, you know, for somebody like myself who's been involved in the actuarial industry for a very long time, and you know, I took exams myself, which I always tell everyone. I know what it's like to prepare. I know it's like, you know, it's just a tough process, and the only reward is passing. You know, that's the reward, is passing. So again, I want to congratulate you on passing Exam P. Best of success with Exam FM. I'm sure that passing P has given you that extra motivation to go after FM. And again, I really appreciate the time that you spent with me today. And I just want to give anyone out there who wants information about ActuaryExamTutor, please feel free to visit us at www.actuaryexamtutor.com. And again, John, thanks a lot for meeting with me today, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.